Hi, welcome to episode 55 of the Preferred Experience podcast. I'm here with Cassie Kutzbach today.
Hi guys.
Did I say your last name right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
It was perfect.
So, good. I've meant to ask you that for a long time.
Yeah, you guys do a good job.
That's how I have it in my head. So thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
We are interviewing Cassie. This last week she won the Committed Club drawing, our first one of 2021. Mm-hmm. You've won it before too, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
I felt pretty lucky.
Yep, 2 times. It's pretty awesome.
More sunglasses.
Yep. Lots of gooders.
Yep.
That's fun. So what keeps you coming to CrossFit Preferred?
I think the biggest thing that keeps me coming is the people, the camaraderie. I love working out with these people. I get to come, I get to laugh, I get to be challenged, and I would also say the coaches. The coaches continue to push me. It's amazing how everyone is able to contribute something different and push me. Just for example, Amy working on bar muscle ups, films me so I can work on, what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right. Pat is constantly pushing me, knowing what I can do, believing more in me than I believe in myself. Andy is willing to spend time on his own time to work on how to string together bar muscle ups. And then you got Andrew, who's absolutely amazing with all of his Spartan classes that he offers. And he's the one coach that will have me, when I'm lifting, proper technique is what's really challenging for me. So he's the one that will tell me to go down and weight and just constantly work on my form before I get hurt.
Yeah, totally. I've made that mistake before.
Yeah.
Definitely good.
Quite a few people do, so it's amazing having coaches that really know what they're doing.
That's awesome. Thanks. It's fun to be able to work with each of them. They all have their own personality, and it totally changes
how
you train.
Because they learn what you're capable of, what you're not capable of, how to push you, but push you in a safe way too. So.
Yep, it's a lot of fun.
And they're just fun to laugh with.
Yeah,
also. It's a good time.
That's my favorite part of it. I live 15 to 20 minutes away.
Yeah, you have to drive further.
But that's what keeps me coming.
Absolutely, the people.
Why I get here early in the morning is because I love this.
Yeah, the 5 a.m.
cruise.
It's crazy.
My favorite. So it's fun. What did you do before CrossFit?
I dabbled in a few things here and there. I did some Bikram yoga. I did try the whole gym membership at Mountainside. I'd look at the weights, tend to just stay on the treadmill.
Yep.
Very intimidated. Do some classes here and there, but nothing compared to this. Or even, I was never consistent.
Yeah.
So.
I was the same. When I used to go to a bigger box, Globo gym, style gym, I'd go in and I'd be like, oh, what do I do today?
Yeah. You kind of look at people. I have no clue how that equipment really actually works, but. I'd still go, but then I would just still end up on the treadmill every time.
Yep, so. I know what you mean.
It's the safe place.
Been there, yep. Yep, and you get a good cardio workout.
Absolutely.
So, and here you get the cardio with the weights.
I get a really good balance. Yeah, and I love just here because I can go to the Spartan classes as well.
Yeah.
And I love just, doing something different. Doing barbell work all the time is not really my thing. That's one of my weaker areas, so it's nice that you guys offer Spartan as well. And endurance classes, learning how to properly row. I didn't even know. I thought you just hop on and start rowing.
Yep.
But the technique part of that too, so it's pretty neat.
It's cool. We're actually going to have a rowing class in a few weeks. We're working on scheduling the time right now and getting that going.
Yeah, that's great. And I really just want to be able to go to the gymnastics class.
Because
Andy's so
went on
great.
Saturday?
No, because I was out of town.
Oh, yeah, you were out of town.
And then we're out of town again this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And he has so much to offer.
Yep.
It's amazing, just everything that he can offer. I really want to learn how to string together muscle ups. And he's so wonderful. He's like, just let me know. I'll spend 20 minutes with you whenever. And he's just so kind.
He's awesome. He's a great coach.
Yeah, and very knowledgeable too.
He's really worked at working on form with everything in CrossFit. But gymnastics is Andy's.
That's his jam.
Andy's jam, yep. So I planned on being at that on Saturday, and I ended up doing that. I did a podcast with a friend of mine. It's called the Come Towards Delight podcast. So interesting name, but really he has a really cool story that he does. And I ended up going way longer than planned.
So
I got here for the last hour of the gymnastics, and I had major FOMO. So
missing it. Yeah, he's gonna have to plan another date too, maybe a little bit later.
We'll have to do
after
one
the open.
for the people that couldn't go. So
that'd be great.
It was fun. I was able to see everything they were doing though, and everyone was having a great time, and they were feeling it by the end.
I bet.
It was totally.
I saw some of the videos.
Hitting your core. So it was awesome. So a lot of fun. You've done some Spartan races too along the way. How many have you done so far?
I've done 3 so far, but I really want to get a trifecta. COVID kind of ruined that last year.
Yeah, kind of threw things off.
It definitely threw it off, but I've been looking at some of the races coming up this year, and it really interests me doing the trifecta all in one weekend.
Oh man.
It sounds crazy and nuts,
but
it's
great
like
challenge.
An incredible challenge to work towards, so that's kind of what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'm hoping they'll stop canceling them and
exactly
make it work.
That's the problem too, is what ones are actually going to happen, and
I know Spartan would do them happily, and they've figured out how to do them in some states, but
just depends on where.
Yeah, they just got to figure it out. They've been able to make the running races work though, so it's been good.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm really hoping I can make it happen.
I'm hoping by this summer. The one in the next one here in Arizona is at the Cardinal Stadium.
That's the first one I ever did.
Yeah.
The year before last.
That's right, we did it. We were all there together.
Yeah, that was a fun one just to get introduced into. Yeah.
That
for
was
your
a lot
first
of fun.
one.
You better train a lot of stairs though for that one.
Yeah. That was fun. I like that one.
Yep. So before you started CrossFit, were you nervous about anything? Was there anything that kind of scared you to start CrossFit?
Absolutely. I was kind of on the fence about starting CrossFit. The only reason I really joined was I was done having kids. I needed something that hopefully was going to help me be consistent, and I was so terrified of throwing up. That was like the biggest thing in my mind, is throwing up, but also not being able. Yeah, and it's happened to people who do it for a while too. I mean, it just depends on how you eat that day maybe, and kind of how you're feeling. But I think I was also terrified not to be good at it, or it not to be my thing and stick with it. So that was definitely something. Getting through the first month was the most challenging. But once I did, it just got easier and easier, and I just kept setting more and more goals and hitting my goals. And every time you PR is a huge thing. So the biggest thing is just sticking with it.
Totally. Biggest thing too is being where you're at and building off of where you're at, and not, for me, I really, in the beginning, you kind of want to do what someone else is doing, but you worry about what you're doing, and it makes all the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I think starting off too, what really helped is when I started 2 years ago, I don't know if you guys still do it, but the classes, like just the introduction, being with a coach, I think was huge, because I wanted to throw up just with what I was doing, and I wasn't even on the floor. So running 200 meters, I was like dying. And now looking back at that, I'm like, wow, that seems like nothing now. So just building up that endurance and not giving up.
Yep, you totally can build up doing all this stuff. And it really, we'll have people say sometimes, I don't want to start CrossFit till I'm ready for it. But the best way to get ready for it is just start. And our intro classes will get you there.
And I feel like everyone here is, now that I know somewhat of what I'm doing, I feel like everyone is so good when someone new starts. It makes them feel so welcome, and is constantly helping them, besides just the coaches. The coaches are wonderful, but I don't know, it just makes people feel really welcome and a part of a team. So.
Yeah, for sure. It's fun. So how many kids do you have?
I have 2.
You have 2 kids? What ages?
3 and 5. 2
3
girls.
and 5. Cool. And how long did you wait to come before you started here?
So after Danica, she was about 1. My whole thing, I didn't want to start working out or anything till I was done nursing. So then I started right around Danica, right before she was 1.
Awesome. Cool.
So I've done it now for 2 years.
Yep.
A little over
awesome.
2 years, and I love it. I wouldn't change.
And you just keep getting better and better.
I keep getting better and better, and I keep working on form.
Yep.
Like my deadlifts, awful. They seem like the easiest thing to do in the whole world, but I am constantly working at them.
That's my struggle too.
Yeah. Gymnastics, love.
Yeah.
Deadlifts,
anything cardio I love, but anything from the floor, I really have to focus on form.
You have to think about, and I have to do lower weight, otherwise I try to go too fast, and that's when I really I potentially could hurt myself. So
totally.
gotta slow my roll.
Yep. So what's the biggest thing you're working on in CrossFit right now?
The biggest thing I'm working on right now is proper form. I love gymnastics. I'm really good at it. I love handstand walks, bar muscle ups. Thankfully for all the coaches that worked with me. But lifting is just not my strong area. I can lift heavy, but doing it with proper form is something I continue to have to work on.
Yep, for sure.
Constantly. And sometimes I can't RX a workout because I go too fast and it's not good. So
yeah.
I have to lower weight and just really think about what I'm doing.
Yep, totally. Especially on a day like today, doing overhead
Yeah.
squats. And
I had to come down. There was no RXing today for me.
There wasn't for me either. It's all right. So what's something, so you went to California this last week?
Yeah, for a race, an off-road race in Johnson Valley, California.
Do you watch it or do you have?
No, I watch it.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes my husband and some of our friends pit for some of the crews that are out there. Cool. It's just a lot of fun hanging out with friends, being outdoors. Something we really enjoy is just doing anything
That's cool.
That is outside.
How did you get into that?
One of Ryan's friends that he went to college with started doing off-road racing. And so then we've kind of had friends along the way that also do it. So whether it's trophy trucks or, UTVs, anything like that,
That's cool.
Fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, definitely a good time.
What part of California was that in?
That was in Johnson Valley.
So where's Johnson Valley?
It's
No
probably
idea.
6 hours, about 6 hours from here in California. I don't know. I literally read and watched movies the whole time. I was like, whatever, just counting down till we got there.
That's cool.
But it was a really nice time. The weather was cold and windy one day and then really warm the next. So
that's what makes races fun, though.
Yeah.
Having the weather.
And it
always adds to it.
It's kind of nice doing something because I love doing things outdoors, whether it's running or a race or biking. So this was nice because it was laid back. And you just enjoyed your time. So
that's cool.
You ate really bad and just had a nice little break. So.
That's when you know it's a good party. There's lots of food.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. So what's your favorite thing to do for fun? Something most people would know about you here.
I've talked about this a little bit before. I really last year in January I got into mountain biking. So a lot of people know that now. It's just something I greatly enjoy. Anytime I have free time, that's what I enjoy doing is mountain biking.
That's cool.
I used to love running, trail running, races. I still enjoy it. It's just not as much fun.
Mountain biking is really fun.
It is fun. You go fast and you just don't know what's around the corner. I like it.
Yeah, once I get a couple more of my races done, I'm planning on getting back on the bike.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. It's hard to go back to running because you go so much faster when you're biking. I feel like you can just cover more ground.
Yeah, you can totally do like all the trails and see a lot of cool things.
Yeah, and there's some really cool people you meet on the trails too that are out biking as well. So it's a good time.
What's your favorite trail around here?
Most of the time we do South Mountain. We've done Browns Ranch. We've done South. Let's see. What's the one this way? The one that's out by you.
Santan.
We've done Santan. A couple other mountains here. I really enjoy riding in Tucson. We've done that a couple times. Tucson has some really good trails. Sedona and Flagstaff.
Yeah, you can't beat those places.
No, and the terrain is so different, but it's just a really, really good time. And then after we go have beer, so
yeah, works
that's
good.
That's the perk.
It's party.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, anything else you'd want to add today? Anything we're missing?
No, I would just say for anyone who's starting CrossFit, just to keep at it, work hard. I think as long as you continue to show up every day, you'll continue to get better and better and find goals to set. Because as you set goals, it just helps you continue to, make those goals even more challenging and set new ones. So just stick with it. It's amazing to see like what your outcome can be if you really work hard at it.
For sure.
So.
Yep. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Being on our show, and we really love having you here. It's been a lot of fun to see how much you've grown and just continue to improve. So
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for everything you guys have to offer here.
Thanks a lot.
Bye,
All right,
guys.
everyone. Have a great week. Thanks a lot.